I'm gonna be talking about a group of people that have been pissing me off and pissing off other people in the YouTube gaming community for quite a while now. Um, I didn't think I was gonna have to make an individual video for these people, but I am. I'm gonna be using Little Big Planet to do it. I want everybody to know that this is the game that I'm using, just in case if Nintendo tries to copyright any footage. I have muted the audio, so there is no soundtracks for the respectable levels. The levels are amazing in design and in sound. So if you want to go check them out, I have my own playlist on Little Big Planet with over 30 classic retro games. I'm going to be showing some of them in this video today. Aside from that, let's get started. The people that piss me off the most on YouTube are the people that claim that they own all systems, they own all consoles, they play all games. It is a fucking lie. Okay, it's just a lie. Um the first game you're going to see is Pokemon. I think I'm going to show two different versions, and then I'm going to show some other classic games. Look, there's no proof that you guys have that I was a Nintendo gamer before a PlayStation gamer, except for the fact that I wasn't on YouTube during those years. My last Nintendo system to have was a DS, and in late 2005, I went over to PlayStation. That's where all the Japanese RPGs were. I saw my brother playing a shitload of those games on the PS2. That's where I wanted to be. So that's where I went. I got the PSP in late 2005. 2006 when he got his um, PS3. I got my hand-me-down 360 and his hand-me-down PS2, and then that's where I started. I was very late to that particular generation. I got my PS3 in 2008. I brought it my own money that I worked hard for in 2008. That's when I got started. I started making YouTube videos sometime in 2007. I think I took a break because of school. Came back in 2008 after I got my PS3, and I've been on YouTube pretty much ever since. That was the story of the Pyro 2000X channel. Once it got flagged down, I believe in late 2011, I had two other Pyro 2000 X spin-off channels. Uh, the whole time in 2011, I made this channel. I just never touched it. This channel has been out since 2011, but I think sometime in 2012 I had to really fall back on this channel because all my other channels were flagged down. Um, but that's just the history. Before the DS, before the GameCube that I had, I was just strictly Nintendo because they were there for me with the handhelds. They were they were always there for me with the handhelds. So I want everyone to know that when I say I've played a lot of different systems, I have. I've played the 360. I played Nintendo's handhelds before they started with the 3DS. The last handheld I had from Nintendo was the original DS, not the Lite, not any of those other variations. The classic DS that came out in November of 2004. So you know, I'm not claiming that I owned every different company's platform, system, or handheld. No. Um, but when the people that come to the comment section of my videos, they claim that I own all systems. That's what they say. They say that about themselves, that they own all systems, they own all platforms. I can't take them seriously. I just can't take them seriously. First of all, they have no proof. They don't have a single bit of proof that they own all those platforms. And then, second, when I do ask them for the information pertaining to the platform that I own, which is the PlayStation Network information, they decline to give me the information. They don't do it. They just don't. I have no I don't understand why you don't do it, but it really, 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 really pisses me the fuck off. Um, I can never wrap my head around it. You know, the thing that really bothers me is not the trolls that are clearly saying this. It's the oh man, I fucked up on that level. Hold on, I have to redo that level. You guys aren't gonna see this. You're just gonna hear my voice. I'm gonna make sure I cut out all these load screens and stuff like that. Wow, that looks nice. Oh, the people on YouTube that really piss me off are not the trolls, the ones that lie, have blank accounts, have no proof, no PSN information when you go click on their YouTube name, no profile picture, no gaming banner. No, those trolls they are irritation, but they don't really piss me off like the people that are posting games on their YouTube channel. The people that do have a banner, the people that do have a profile picture, the people that do have more than one subscriber on their YouTube channel. Those guys that claim, oh, I can't be touched because I say the phrase, I own all systems. That is not a pass for you to say whatever the fuck you want about the opposing side, because when it comes down to someone like me, if I see you don't own all the platforms, if you do have a PlayStation Network account, and I go check your trophies and you haven't played certain games, that's a red flag. You will get exposed. You just will. I found out that there are countless Xbox fanboys from last generation that have dick rided on the PS4 this generation. And since they have a PS4 this generation, you can go and look at their information um, as far as their trophies. You go to the last generation's trophies for the PS3. You see a thing about them not having a certain platform. I'm not really liking that either. I mean, look, one guy I checked out his trophies. He didn't have a single PS3 trophy from last generation, not a single one. He didn't even have a 0% from a game that came out last generation. Another individual, he played games last generations, but not the best. You know, he didn't play the best. He skipped the games. I'm just saying, if you want to put out there you own all systems, you can do it. But don't, like, when someone goes and checks up on that information, then and you look like a fraud, you look like a fucking liar, don't get mad at that person. They're doing what they're supposed to do. You just said that you own all platforms. So if you own all platforms, you should have owned the PS3 last generation. You should have played the best that the PS3 generation had to offer. If you didn't, there's a problem. If someone goes and checks your trophies and they see that you've only started playing on the PS3 in 2011, if you started playing on the PS3 in 2013, or you started playing good games that were out for 4 or 5 years and you started playing those games in 2016, there is a problem. Someone's lying. When someone says they own all platforms, I expect to find, when I'm looking through your trophies, that you literally played these games day one. You respected the developers. You respected what they gave us. Oh, fucking bitch. Okay. You respected what they gave us. And I'm still playing the game while talking. And you brought that game. You supported that game day one. If a game comes out in 2007 and you didn't play it until 2011, and all your trophies show that you didn't play a lot of games until 2011, there's a big fucking problem. That means you didn't trust the PS3 and you waited that fucking long. You waited from 2006 when the PS3 came out all the way to 2011. There's a fucking problem. There's a fucking problem. That's what you call grade A dick riders. That's what you call those guys. That means they didn't have any faith in the system until it started shitting on the competition, and that's when you wanted to go pick up the system. I I don't respect it. I don't like it. I think a lot of other people agree with me. I'm gonna talk for just a tad bit longer because I have another level that I want to show you guys. Um, but once again, if you're wondering about all these levels I'm showing, the name of the playlist that I created on Little Big Planet 3 to help people find these amazing retro levels is called Gaming Classics 80s and 90s. Okay, it's all you have to do is add me on the PSN. You can see me on Little Big Planet 3 and go to my profile on Little Big Planet 3 and you can automatically find my playlist because I only have one. So what they're telling me now, I have 32 different um, levels saved in my playlist. All of them have everything to do with classics except for one. That's just Sackboy Basketball. But I have a Mario version of basketball. I'm gonna go to one of my favorite levels here. Um, I think we're gonna end with Zelda. So you might not see it. It might be a delayed time because I did cut out the loading screens. Um, but once again, I want everybody to know that this is from Little Big Planet. This is not a NES. This is not a Game Boy Advance. This has nothing to do with those systems. This is not the Super NES. This isn't the Sega Genesis. Speaking of, I might as well end with Sonic. Um, but I want everybody to know it's been frustrating me for years now. I see it in the comment section of my videos for years. Ever since when I was going by the name of Pyro 2000X. Like I people would try to end the argument saying I own all platforms. Like, okay, can you prove it? I remember something. I remember something in elementary school where people used to do that. And they couldn't prove it. Back then, we didn't have smartphones. Not that long ago, but back then we didn't. We just didn't have smartphones. We had phones, just wasn't smartphones. But now we have all this information, and if you can't fucking prove that you own these platforms, there's a problem. Everybody I know has either a Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. And most of the people that are commenting obviously on my videos have a YouTube account. It's not that hard. The PS4 and the Xbox One allow you to post videos from your consoles to your YouTube account. It's really not that difficult. Xbox, I believe they allow you 5-minute videos. PS4 is getting to a long standard of, I believe, 20 or more minutes worth of videos you can upload. So Xbox might be shorter than PS4, but you still can post some clips of you doing some crazy shit in your games. I just can't understand it. Somebody in the comment section gotta explain this shit to me. These people that think that they can end arguments by claiming I own all platforms, or I'm about to hold on. Ooh, it looks like from what I'm seeing, I'm playing live. I got to the classic little beach over here from Link's Awakening. Brings a smile to my face from what I'm playing because when you started, you washed up on shore here. And then there's a little place where you can put the bomb and blow up the wall. It brings back a lot of memories. I had a lot of fun with Nintendo's handhelds. I played uh, most of my Zelda games on Nintendo handhelds. Um, so when people say, "Oh, you didn't play this game or you didn't do this," you don't know what I fucking played. Nintendo has no reward system. Never did. Probably never will. And that should be a very big problem for a lot of people because when you claim stuff, either you should have the video footage or not. And I'm pretty sure you guys have saw that I went into multiple buildings on this level right here. This video is not over yet, by the way. But I think I just got stuck. I'll make sure I cut that part out. Not all of these levels are perfect. Think we're gonna end it with Sonic. Hopefully I don't break the game again. You can break that Sonic game if you die before you're supposed to. You can break that shit. Um, so what I want to end off with, right? If you are currently claiming that you used to play a system that you no longer own, whether you traded that system in, you sold that system, you gave it away, you don't have the right to claim that you still own the system that you don't own anymore. Even if you have the history via a profile, you can't fucking say it. So let's just example. If you claim, ooh, get the fuck out of here. If, for example, if you claim that you own a PS4 and you keep bragging about a PS4 um, account that you no longer really can use, right? Because you don't have that system anymore. Don't talk about it. You're not a PS4 gamer if you don't own a PS4. You used to, and you sold it, traded it, or gave it to someone else. Don't talk about it. You talk about the current platforms you have now. When people say, "Oh, you're not a Nintendo fan" or whatever, I'm a big fan of Nintendo back in the day, and I made a fucking legendary playlist on Little Big Planet of those back in the day platforms. So yeah, I'm a big fan of fucking Nintendo, but there's other people that don't and won't do this type of stuff. You know, they won't look for these levels in Little Big Planet. They won't do any of that. So my thing is, if you're not a current owner of a platform that you're bragging about, you're a fucking liar and you're a fraud. You have no right to talk about it. I see a good amount of Xbox fans want to claim that I used to have this system, but I gave it away for this specific reason. Then don't talk about it.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. So you get nothing. You lose.
Guess what? You didn't